Hello everyone, this is Harley from Garden FL, and in today's video we're going to look at some things I bought today at my friend's nursery, Saithong Nursery LLC in Wesley Chapel, Florida. Now I'm actually really excited to share with you what I bought today because I bought some really exciting things that are pretty hard to find right here in Florida. One being a Phet Pak Chong Atemoya tree in a 30-gallon pot, and a few other things like Orange Crush Jackfruit, a Tamarind, and a Thai golden sugar apple. So let's get started. So I'm very excited to share with you my new Phet Pak Chong Atemoya tree. Now Phet Pak Chong Atemoya is probably one of my favorite Atemoya varieties. As you see here, it is in the 30-gallon. It's a beautiful Atemoya tree. Now, like I said, I purchased this from my friend's nursery, Saithong Nursery LLC. I'll put her address on the screen as well as in the description. Here's a better look of the Phet Pak Chong Atemoya right here. As you can see, it says PPC for Phet Pak Chong. And my friend Sai actually got these down in Homestead area in Miami, and she told me that she actually got them from a Vietnamese seller. One of her friends that she has is an older Vietnamese gentleman, and she was able to get these trees. She actually had ordered a ton of Atemoyas. Just now she finally got her order, so I'm really happy to get my hands on a Phet Pak Chong Atemoya, just because also in Florida the Atemoya has been kind of dry. You know, a lot of nurseries are selling fast of their Atemoyas, and the Atemoyas that are available typically are, you know, much smaller Atemoya. Now, she did tell me that these were recently up potted from, I believe, 15-gallon to 30-gallon, so I did pay quite a hefty price. I almost just paid for the big 30-gallon pot. Really, I paid $350 for this Phet Pak Chong Atemoya tree. But also, what's good is I won't have to, you know, worry about repotting it or anything because it already has a brand new pot. As you can see, it's gonna grow fairly nice. I'm gonna put some cow manure on top. Now, some more interesting facts about the Phet Pak Chong Atemoya is it was actually developed in Thailand, and it was developed in the city Pepek Chang, as my friend Saithong told me. So I believe the city of Pepek Chang actually has like 10,000 acres of land just dedicated to growing Atemoya and sugar apples. So that's somewhere I would love to visit in Thailand in the future. But as you see, the Phet Pak Chong Atemoya leaves are pretty distinct compared to other Atemoya varieties. I was able to tell from a Gefner or a Lisa. But as you see, the Phet Pak Chong Atemoya variety is very beautiful. The leaves come off as very, they're a little glossy, but they also have a roundish shape to their leaves and sort of a pointy shape, just like the Atemoya and Cheramoya. Now, I'm also very excited that I have this tree in my possession now, just because I'll also be able to graft onto my rootstock in the future, because I have so much rootstock available to me. And also, I'm really excited because this tree, as you can tell right here, is just waiting to grow now that it's in the big 30-gallon pot. As you see right there, all along its branches, it's just bursting out with new growth. And another reason why I'm crazy for this Phet Pak Chong Atemoya is because the Phet Pak Chong fruit is very beautiful. Usually it has a really round, uniform shape, and it's just very meaty texture to the Atemoya. It also has a really good meat to seed ratio. So when you eat the fruit, you get very little seeds, but a lot of meat around the seeds. So it's very enjoyable to eat, unlike some sugar apples and Cheramoyas that are loaded with seeds. So overall, it's just a really beautiful Atemoya tree. I'm just standing right next to it right now just to give you a size comparison of how the Atemoya is. As you see in the 30-gallon pot, it stands about, I would say, 5.5 feet because I'm 6'1". So it's still a pretty small tree, but you know, right now in Florida, we are just about to hit the rains. We just got our first rain a few days ago, but we're still pretty dry. So this tree is just waiting for a lot of pure rainwater. And also this season, I'm gonna be collecting rainwater. So I'm gonna be watering this Phet Pak Chong Atemoya very well, and you know, taking care of it as it's gonna take care of me in the future. So another interesting fruit tree that I got today at my friend's nursery is a jackfruit. Now, the reason why I got this jackfruit is because it's, number one, a grafted jackfruit variety. Now, believe it or not, now the variety of this jackfruit is Orange Crush Jackfruit. Now, Orange Crush Jackfruit, I heard, is a very good jackfruit. As you see here is the tag, Orange Crush Jackfruit, Artocarpus heterophylla, I believe. But it's just a beautiful tree. You know, once I saw this tree, I was like, oh wow, I absolutely need this. As you see, it's just growing really beautiful. As you see, it's just branching out very, very beautiful. And I can already tell that this jackfruit tree is gonna be a beautiful tree. I really like the shape of it and how the leaves look already. It's just a really beautiful tree. Now, this tree is grafted, and I'm trying to actually point out the graft union, but I believe the graft union was right here. You can kind of see a difference between the barks. As you see, it kind of changes a little bit. But overall, I'm just really excited to now have this tree. Now, I actually really want to plant this here at my house, but I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to plant it. And another reason why I set it right here is just because I wanted to show you my other jackfruit. Now, this is a seedling jackfruit. It's of an unknown variety, but as you see right here, it's actually producing the male flower already, and it just keeps producing male flowers. It's been doing this for about a few months now, 2 or 3 months. So this means that it's getting close to producing the female flower. So it might be another year or two to actually get fruit on the jackfruit, but I would really love to actually plant out this jackfruit somewhere in my yard. I might have to take out a tree and make room for it, just because I would love to have another grafted variety jackfruit in my yard. Now I actually have a Tony Morrison red jackfruit over there planted near my breadfruit. So another interesting treat that I got today, which is an Annona, is actually a Thai golden sugar apple. Now believe it or not, I actually have another Thai golden sugar apple here at my house, which I planted into the ground, but actually that sugar apple is not doing the best, so I decided to get another one that I will keep in a pot just so we can grow out and actually see the fruit. And believe it or not, the tree actually looks malnourished just because it has a yellow color, but that's how the Thai golden color actually looks like. The leaves appear to have a bit of a yellow color. They seem to have a nutrient deficiency, but that's normal of this sugar apple. And also I've actually gotten the flowers of the Thai golden sugar apple, and they're very yellow, and I'll actually show you a picture of that on the screen now. The flowers are very yellow, and they're actually kind of beautiful because I believe that's how the sugar apple will look like. It'll be very yellow, but as you see, the sugar apple still has a while to grow, maybe another year or two in the pot, just until it actually gains some good vigor and roots. As you see, the actual stem is still really tiny. It's like a girth of a Sharpie. So overall, we'll let this sugar apple grow. It's a really beautiful sugar apple, but I do like to have a lot of varieties of sugar apple here at my house just to help it increase with, natural pollination between all my Annona trees here. It's just nice to have another variety of sugar apple here at my house. Now, one of the last trees that I got, which is less exciting but still pretty interesting, is the sour tamarind tree. Now, this tamarind tree, the reason why I got it sour is just because in the future I want to be able to make drinks with it. And tamarind trees in their native environment go very big. As you see here is a tag tamarind, Tamarindus indica. But overall, my plan for this tree is just to put it in a big, like 30-gallon pot, maybe eventually 60-gallon, just grow out the tree, just because I don't really have a spot for it here at my house unless I make one in the future. But these trees actually can be kept in a pot, pretty manageable, and produce fruit. So overall, it's just a beautiful sour tamarind tree, and you can actually eat the leaves too. The leaves are very sour, and believe it or not, if you have a tamarind tree and the two varieties are sour and sweet, so if you actually eat the leaves, and that's a way you could tell which variety of tamarind you got if you don't know. So the sour variety will be very sour, the leaves will be, if you taste them, but the leaves on the sweet tamarind will actually be very sweet if you taste them. So thank you guys once again for watching my video on my new additions to my house. My favorite addition today that I got is definitely my Phet Pak Chong Atemoya, just because it's such a beautiful tree in a 30-gallon, as you see, and it's just gonna grow a lot this season. I already know it. So overall, I'm just gonna keep everyone updated on this beautiful tree and everything else that I got today. So once again, guys, this is Harley from Garden NFL, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye now.